Hey guys, Handling here. So I missed last week. I did type it up, but there's no video. I apologize. This week I'm on it. And it may be, 6 o'clock on a Friday evening, but at least you're getting your Friday talk in preparation for the weekend. So this week's talk focus is about promises. And it's kind of a big deal because we make promises all the time. Every day we make promises. I promise to go to school. I promise to do my work. I promise to turn in my work. I promise that I'll call you tonight. I promise I'll text you. I promise. We make promises all the time. But here's the thing. You are only as good as your word. And it's the only thing you can't have taken away from you. As an adult, you can lose all of your money. You can lose your job. You can lose a pet. You can lose a family member. You can do all of these things that get taken from you. You can lose your clothes. You can lose your car. Everything that's material can go away. The only thing that we can't have taken from us is our word, is who we are inside. And so when you make a promise, you're giving someone your word as a human that you're going to stick to that promise. So if I tell my mom I'm gonna call her tonight, then I'm gonna call her tonight because I gave her my word, I'm gonna do it. In school, it's the same thing with the deals that you're brokering with your teachers, especially come midterms, which is now. I promise I'm going to do all of my missing work so that I can bring up my grade. Okay, no problem, turn it in. But then when you don't turn it in, you've broken your word. You've gone against it. And that means that you broke your promise. Now, I bring up promises this week. It was my son's idea, actually, and he's really big about, you are only as good as your word. If I promise to take him to the movies, I have to take him to the movies, or else I am a bad mom. If I promise to do something for him, I have to do it. So that is, why he wanted me to bring it up, because he is such an advocate for promises. He also brought up a really good point, is that we need to be careful that we're not making promises that are bad for us. We need to, when you're in a relationship and you say, oh, I promise I'm gonna love you forever and ever, and then one of you does something wrong and the relationship just fades. And, you have to break that promise. You have to say, well, it didn't work out for us. But you can't keep that promise if it's bad for you, because you still, at the end of the day, have to watch out for yourself. You have to, take care of yourself and do what's best for you. And sometimes that means breaking those bigger promises of, oh, I'm going to be your best friend forever and ever and ever, amen. But when your friend is doing drugs and they're abusive and they're treating you like a doormat, that's a promise that I really can't expect you to keep. So I think it's something to think about. What promises are you keeping because they're good for you, and what promises, are you breaking because you need to? And for that matter, we shouldn't make promises that we can't keep to begin with. So if you're gonna tell someone, oh, I'm gonna love you forever, and I know it feels like you're gonna love them forever at that very moment in time, there needs to be a reality of come on, you're 16 years old. Most likely you're not gonna marry that person. So it's really important that you start thinking about, what kind of promises are we making in life, and what's good for us, what's bad for us, and what can we keep and what can we not keep? Because again, at the end of the day, the only thing you have is your word. So your Friday talk this week, going into the weekend, sum it all up, is, think about the promises that you're making ahead of time before agreeing to it. And then, do your best to uphold that promise. And, the little ones are the ones that make the big difference. I promise to do my homework, and I promise to feed my dog, and all of that. Those are the ones that, it's the everyday promises that we really need to focus on keeping, along with the big ones. Anyway, you're only as good as your word. Have a great weekend. See you later.